witch's brew. I don't drink tea or coffee, so today I have a sparkling water, but I feel like it kind of fits because it's green and it actually looks like a little witch's brew, which is adorable. I had one orange that came out of a box of discount fruit, and I decided that I would try something a little different that I've always wanted to try, but I just never have. I cut the orange into little tiny slices and I put it in the oven, and I'm hoping to try and dry it out, and then maybe I can like hang it maybe on the mantle or somewhere else in the house. And this morning I have spent a lot of time cleaning up the house and watching Darling Desi's fall videos to get me into the fall spirit, because today, while the scent of oranges is wafting through my house, I'm going to be decorating my house for Halloween. I would say fall, but my autumn decor is basically just Halloween decor, so I'm decorating for Halloween. I'm excited. I'm ready to have the most vibey fall day today.
I think caramel apples have to be one of my favorite autumn treats. In honor of that, I wanted to make something similar to enjoy while decorating my house. I recently found a recipe online for caramel that uses only a few simple ingredients, and I thought since I recently went apple picking and I have a ton of apples, this would be the perfect day to try it out. However, I will say I don't have the best track record when it comes to baking, cooking, and trying new recipes. That being said, if you want to try this recipe for yourself, I will link it below.
So unfortunately I messed this up big time somehow. Oh, that's disappointing.
I ended up having enough ingredients to try the recipe one more time, and I was actually able to get it to turn out. I think the trick is to make sure your butter and your cream aren't too cold, and you have to work pretty fast. If it starts to harden up, you can put it back on low heat to get it to melt back down, or at least mostly melt back down. But again, I am not a baker, so take my words of advice with a grain of salt.
Although this took me 2 tries, it definitely was worth it. It is giving me all of the caramel apple vibes. The only thing that would make it better is if I had like some toppings I could like roll it around in, like some nuts or like little chocolate chips or just like some little goodies, but like this is just perfect on its own, really. Oh my gosh, that is so good. I kind of just want to sit here and eat eat this all. Honestly, the perfect fall decorating snack. And now that I've spent a lot of time doing things that weren't decorating, it's time to bust out my decor.
I really enjoy decorating my house with pumpkins and pieces that have jack-o'-lantern faces on them. They are just such a huge Halloween icon, and for the most part, the real pumpkins have to stay outside, so I love having pumpkin decor. Nothing really gives me that Halloween vibe more than an orange pumpkin with a jack-o'-lantern face. Something else that I really like to do is just use what I have to create the look that I'm going for. I really wanted to use this orange tablecloth on my kitchen table, but I don't know, for some reason it was just looking too orange, and I wanted to have like a runner or something to kind of cut the orange up a little bit, and I didn't have a runner, but I did look through my bins of fabric that I have. I have so much scrap fabric from different various sewing projects, and I just happened to have this piece of skinny fabric that looked exactly like a runner when I put it on my table. It's just a piece of fabric, but it worked to give me the look that I wanted, and I'm honestly really happy with that. orange slices and turning them into a garland has been on my fall to-do list for a few years now, and I definitely went in a little bit blind. I didn't really know what I was doing. I don't think my slices were that perfect. I didn't have parchment paper, and there's a chance I overcooked some of them because some of them turned out pretty dark. But all in all, I had a good experience doing this, and the smell of slicing up the citrusy orange first thing in the morning, it was such a good smell. I wish that I had smell-o-vision because it was such a good smell. And I think when I put them on my mantle, they look really cute and festive and fall-y. So overall, I think it could have done better, but I do think it was a success.
I'm actually getting incredibly hungry, so for lunch, I just seen on Facebook somebody make this grilled cheese that had like a jack-o'-lantern cutout face. It said like Halloween lunch ideas for kids, but I just thought it would be fun and like on theme if I made it right now because I'm decorating for Halloween. So I just thought it all made sense, so I'm gonna give it a go. It doesn't look too hard. I just don't really know which side of the bread you cook first, but I'm gonna give it a go.
I think it's pretty unrealistic for a lot of us to be able to buy new seasonal decor every year, but it doesn't stop the human nature of wanting something new. And I think that is where it pays off to get a little bit creative. There's this Halloween cat decoration out there that I think is incredibly adorable, and I absolutely love the style that it is. So I decided, since I will not be buying it, that I could make a piece of art inspired by it. So I grabbed my sketchbook, a pencil, and I screenshotted a photo of the cat and started drawing it in my sketchbook. And then I just started filling it in with some similar color paints and started painting it pretty much as best as I could. Maybe doing something like this wouldn't be everyone's cup of tea, but not only did I give myself a piece of Halloween art that I could hang on the wall, but I also allowed myself to have a quiet little afternoon painting, which I enjoyed greatly. I got a picture frame that my mom had kicking around in her basement. I put my picture in and hung it up on my little mini gallery wall. Not only does it look right at home and super festive up on the wall, but it was also a completely free project. I have this little white cushion sitting on my peacock chair in my living room, but it's actually a Christmas cushion that I leave turned around when it is not Christmas because it's just white on the other side. So I thought I would do a little DIY magic and make this into a Halloween pillow. I dug into my fabric bins and I found this piece of fabric that is kind of like a canvas type material that I thought would be a great cushion cover. As I folded it over the pillow and found that it was way more than I needed, I was very tempted to go back to my old ways and do a freehand cut, but I did not allow myself the luxury. I ended up measuring the pillow and measuring out the fabric to the exact amount that I needed. I cut enough fabric that it would cover the front of the pillow as well as the back, but also overlap a little bit in the back so that I could leave a slit to stuff my pillow in after. I created this ghost stencil just out of sketchbook paper and I traced it onto this fuzzy fabric I also found in the bins, and I cut out 9 different ghosts. Well, they're not different, they're all the same, but I cut out 9 of them. I lined the ghosts up in 3 rows on the front of the pillowcase and just pinned them in place. I used a zigzag stitch with 0 distance in between the stitches. Unfortunately, I'm not that up to date on my sewing terms, so I really hope that made sense, but I used the zigzag stitch in black thread to outline the ghosts while also attaching them and adding eyes. This process did take me a couple of tries to get it looking good, so the first little ghosts are looking a little funky, but after I got them all attached, all I had to do was sew closed the pillowcase and fit my pillow inside. And I couldn't be happier with how it turned out. It definitely has its handmade charms, but I definitely think it looks a lot like something that you would buy in a store. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Thank you so much for giving me your time today to watch it, and I will see you guys very soon in a brand new video.